Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
No one likes to be considered lazy or useless, but I have to admit, sometimes I am. I just don't feel like doing anything but curling up on the couch with a book or a movie to transition me into a nap. I'm sure we all feel that way once in a while and just need to recharge. But we don't want to make laziness a lifelong habit. We want to be useful in God's kingdom as well as in our families and churches. Yesterday, we talked about some layers that 2 Peter 1, 3-9 tells us to add to our faith. In doing this, we can keep from becoming ineffective and unproductive. Let me read the passage again. As His divine power has given to us all things that pertain to life and godliness, through the knowledge of Him who called us by glory and virtue, by which have been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises, that through these you may be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. But also, for this very reason, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, to virtue knowledge, to knowledge self-control, to self-control perseverance, to perseverance godliness, to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love. For if these things are yours and abound, you will neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. For he who lacks these things is short-sighted, even to blindness, and has forgotten that he was cleansed from his old sins. If you have these qualities, one translation says, if these are yours and abound, you won't be useless, unfruitful, nearsighted, or blind, which if we're not growing in the virtue, knowledge, self-control, perseverance, godliness, brotherly kindness, and love, we will be. Some synonyms I found for ineffective and unproductive are useless, lazy, idle, couch potato, unfruitful, subsisting, barren, like a field laying unused and unworked, and contributing nothing to God's kingdom. That's certainly not how we want to live our lives, is it? As James 2:20 says, faith without deeds is useless. And Jesus said, for every idle word man may speak, they will give an account of it on the day of judgment. If our idle words will be judged, so will our useless actions. 2 Peter 1:9 goes on to say that whoever doesn't have these faith add-ons, they will be nearsighted and blind. I don't know about blind, but I certainly do know about nearsighted. Without my glasses on, trees look like puffy children's drawings. Signs are non-existent, and I recognize people by the way they walk. But everything up close is relatively clear. So being spiritually nearsighted might translate to losing an eternal perspective, being focused on the here and now, having eye trouble, me, I kind of vision. A woman I once met had Usher syndrome. She was born deaf, and when she was in her 20s, her eyes got progressively worse. Her vision narrowed to only one small dot, and then was gone altogether. That's a scary thing to experience physically. Spiritually, our vision would narrow until we couldn't see the light of God for our self-centeredness. But as we grow in all the ways that verses 5-7 mention, we should become the opposite of verses 8 and 9. Instead of ineffective and idle, we'll be vibrant and lively. Instead of barren and unproductive, we'll be fruitful and useful. Instead of nearsighted and blind, we'll begin to see clearly. Things will come into focus and we'll start seeing people and circumstances with an eternal perspective, and our whole lives will change to be more like Christ. Where are you in this process? How would you describe your spiritual life? Are you as vibrant and useful in God's kingdom as you'd like?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.